Good morning. We're going to begin today with some singing. Good morning. We're going to begin today with some singing. This is a piece from our new hymnal, Sing Out Love, Heart opening song by Randy Partain. The lyrics will be behind me, but you might also see some notes. So if you're someone who really likes to read music, congratulations, it's your lucky morning. We're going to be singing this again later as the closing hymn, where we'll just have the lyrics and not the notes. So, but we're going to do it now to sort of get used to the melody and learn it for later in the service. We'll just do the first verse right now, and it sounds like this. My heart is open, open wide to the song of the earth. My heart is open, open wide to the song of the earth. My heart is open, open wide to the song of the earth. My heart is open, open wide to the song of the earth. My heart is open, open wide to the song of the earth. My heart is open, open wide to the song of the earth. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. My name's Chuck Shields. I'm with the board here with a land acknowledgement and a few announcements. We acknowledge that our campus is located on the traditional, unsurrendered, and unceded Algonquin Anishinaabeg territory. For millennia, they have lived here, traveling these waters, walking the land, and gathering with people from distant parts. We have a responsibility to work on reconciliation with them. This work of reconciliation is a responsibility of our congregation and all Canadians. We have taken steps in this journey by building relationships with Indigenous groups, supporting the development of the Ajashki program, and providing some of our campus to Ontario Aboriginal Housing Services. But our work is not finished. We must continue that journey of reconciliation by building our understanding of and relationships with Canada's Indigenous peoples. And now for a few announcements. The monthly FirstU building tour is a casual tour of our beautiful building offered on the first Sunday of each month, and that would be today. Today, look for Bob right here in front of the podium at 11:45 if you'd like to take part. Mia's Indian Cuisine at the corner of Richmond and Woodruff holds a special place in the hearts of those of us who have been at FirstU for a while. But it is facing an existential crisis because business is very, very slow. About 20 years ago, we brought into Sanctuary Samsur Mia. He was with us for a year. He is a Bangladeshi who was about to be unjustly deported. We were able to gain his right to stay in Canada and bring his family to join him. He was a chef and opened Mia's Indian cuisine. That business is now in dire straits because of the LRT and Richmond Road construction. Its location at Richmond and Woodruff means that customers have a very difficult time finding the restaurant. The access, in fact, is very close to our entrance here. You have to get off Byron and go parallel to Byron for some distance to get to the place where they are at the corner of Richmond and Woodruff. So, this is an appeal to please remember them when you are looking for a quality meal, either at the restaurant or takeout, or with help catering an event you may be having for friends and family. Also remember that every week their tasty offerings are available in Fellowship Hall during hospitality hour. Thank you for your help in remembering them. I'll also be available after the service in Fellowship Hall wearing a yellow vest with a question mark on it, should you have any questions or comments that you'd like to pass on to me or the board. Thank you very much.
Hello, everybody. Good morning. Welcome. My name is Paul Julien. My pronouns are he and him, and I am so glad to be leading this service this Sunday with the precious help at the chancel of Jonathan Dench as worship associate, as well as our music director, Jen Bernston, and of course, visual and sound by Julia DeFalco. Thank you so much, everybody, for being here. It is good to be together. It's good to share this space with all of you here in the sanctuary, of course, but it's also good to share the space with you online. Hi, thank you for connecting with us. Feel free to share a greeting in the chat and grab a candle if you'd like, so that you may join your flame to ours. For those of you who are new or feel new or just visiting today, I can tell from experience that this is a vibrant and generous community that is ready to welcome you with open arms. Please stop by the welcome table at the back of the hall or visit our website to learn more about the richness of the faith which unites us. What you bring, who you are, enriches us all. We say welcome to your joys, your pride, your hope. We say welcome to your grief, your fear, your anger. And the parts of you that are not yet ready to be seen and heard, we welcome them as well. For we are a people of faith. Faith in our expansive welcome, faith in our ability to grow, faith in the precious gifts of truth, faith in the promise of trying, learning, changing, faith in our capacity to know ourselves and each other ever deeply. Welcome you who are gay, straight, bi, pan, lesbian, queer, questioning, or unabatable to be contained in words. Welcome you who are trans, cis, queer gender, non-binary, intersex, agender, or beyond words. Welcome you who are human. Welcome to you who love and are loved. Welcome to you who are blessed, which is all of us. Today, within our summer theme of the adjacent possible, we keep taking that step into that next space that lies just beyond. Not beyond music or rhythm this time, but words. What exists beyond words, beyond talking? The power and the act of listening. Indeed, to truly sit with someone is, in my opinion, a spiritual act, be it through my professional work in palliative care or through the training courses that I've attended. I've realized more and more that this adjacent space that is created by deep listening is not only powerful, but it can also be transformative. Deceptively simple at first, I've found that with letting go of all that we know so that we may be fully with the other, not leading them, not fixing them, is one of my biggest personal challenges and yet also one of my most rewarding practices. Thank you for joining me in this exploration, and may this time together be a blessing. Now let us join our voices in song. Please rise in body or in spirit as we sing together When Our Heart is in a Holy Place, number 1008. The lyrics will be on the screen.
When our heart is in a holy place, when our heart is in a holy place, we are blessed with love and amazing grace. When our heart is in a holy place, when we trust the wisdom in each of us, and we cover everything in our heart, and we see our faces in each other's eyes. When our heart is in a holy place, when our heart is in a holy place, when our heart is in a holy place, we are blessed with love and amazing grace. When our heart is in a holy place, when we tell our story from deep inside, and we listen with a loving heart, and we hear our voices in each other's words. When our heart is in a holy place, when our heart is in a holy place, when our heart is in a holy place, we are blessed with love and amazing grace. When our heart is in a holy place, when we share the silence of sacred space, and the God of our hearts dwells within, and we feel the power of each other's faith. When our heart is in a holy place, when our heart is in a holy place.
Good morning. For our centering words today, these are by Gordon B. McKeeman. Deep calls unto deep. Joy calls unto joy. Light calls unto light. Let the kindling of this flame rekindle in us the inner light of love, peace, and of hope. And as one flame lights another, nor grows the less, we pledge ourselves to be the bearers of the light, wherever we are. August, would you like to come up? I'll try again. Oh, you got it. You come back. Good. Thanks so much, August. Thank you. Chalice, chalice, burning bright, help remind us with your light of how we like to live each day, with love and truth helping lead the way.
Good morning, everyone. I am Jody McIntosh, the Director of Religious Exploration, and I use she and her pronouns. So our story this morning is called The Rabbit Listened by Corey Dorfeld. So I have some slides up there, but for all my friends gathered down here, they'll get to see all the pictures. So one day, Taylor decided to build something. Something new, something special, something amazing. Taylor was so proud. But then, out of nowhere, what do you think is going to happen? It is kaput. Things came crashing down. The chicken. The chicken was the first to notice. Cluck, 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 what a shame. I'm sorry this happened. Let's talk about it. Let's talk. But Taylor didn't feel like talking, so the chicken left. Next came a big brown bear. Grrr, how horrible. I bet you feel so angry. Let's shout about it. Grrr, rah, arr. But Taylor, he didn't feel like shouting, so the bear left. The elephant knew just what to do. Trumpta, I can fix this. We just need to remember exactly what happened. But Taylor didn't feel like remembering. So the elephant also left. One by one they came. The hyena, hee, let's laugh about it. The ostrich, let's hide and pretend that nothing ever happened. The kangaroo, tisk, tisk, what a mess. Let's throw it all away. And the snake, shh, let's go knock down someone else's. But Taylor didn't feel like doing anything with anybody. So eventually, they all left. Until Taylor was alone. In the quiet, Taylor didn't even notice the rabbit. But it moved closer and closer until Taylor could feel its warm body. Together, they sat in silence, and Taylor said, "Please stay with me." And the rabbit listened. The rabbit listened as Taylor talked. The rabbit listened as Taylor shouted. The rabbit listened as Taylor remembered and laughed. And the rabbit listened to Taylor's plan to hide and to throw everything away, to ruin things for someone else. Through it all, the rabbit never left. And when the time was right, the rabbit listened to Taylor's plan to build again. "I can't wait," Taylor said. "It's going to be amazing." The end. What a clever rabbit to know exactly what Taylor needed. He just needed someone to listen to him. And that is what my friends upstairs are going to learn about, is the practice of deep listening. Downstairs, we are going to continue with our web of life down in the now room. Parents, you will pick your children up in the now room, which is down to the right of the stairs downstairs. Let's sing our children on our way.
Will our ushers please come forward? While the ushers are coming forward, for those of you with a smartphone, please know there's a QR code up on the screen, and feel free to use that if you'd like to offer a donation in that manner. Unitarian Universalism is a grand vision of a world filled with peace and justice, love and joy. That vision is embodied in a few large congregations, numerous mid-sized congregations, and many, many small congregations. No matter its size, every congregation depends on each of its members. Each one of you, by your commitment of time, energy, and resources, makes that grand vision real. Individually and together, we are Unitarian Universalists, building a world filled with peace and justice, love and joy. I offer this affirmation of gratitude for the gifts shared today. We give to remind ourselves of how many gifts we have to offer. We give to remember that we are part of something bigger than ourselves. We give because we believe in music and sacred space. And we give with the faith that together we have enough. May the work of our hands and the generosity of our hearts be given in gratitude this day.
Each time we gather for worship, we set a moment aside to expand the caring ministry of this congregation. Together, we recognize the cycle of life and death, the circle of love, compassion, and witness that is at the center of this and every sacred community. Let us prepare our hearts for this time of sharing with the sounding of our bowl. From our larger community today, I'd like to just take a moment to wish good luck to all the racers out there and that the rain won't hinder too much their race today. We also put a stone of joy and gratitude for the glory of the summer which surrounds us. May the rhythmic beauty of the summer field flowers, each blooming in their time, remind us that not all the abundance that is given to us is made to be delivered at once. We also drop a stone of concern and empathy for those who are without permanent housing or living situations of homelessness. Our hearts and intentions go out to them. May the sudden changes from sun to rain in these summer days remind us that no one can control the arrival of the storm of life. From among our community, we share a stone of condolence for Bobby Engel. Our deepest condolence as you and your family mourn and celebrate your dear Sam. May you take solace as you reminisce about your strong, loving relationship until the moment of Sam's passing. You are in our most caring thoughts at this tender time, and please take a moment to sign the caring card that's at the back of the hall. I invite you now to come forward as you feel moved to do so, to share your own stones of celebrations or sorrow with this caring community. As always, a last stone that represents all that remains silent in the sanctuaries of our heart. Let us join now in a moment of silent reflection or prayer to lift all that has been shared.
still and small, deep inside all, I hear you call, singing. In dark and rain, sorrow and pain, still you remain singing. Calming my fears, quenching my tears, through all my years, singing.
Thanks for that, Jen. I offer these words by Barbara F. Myers. Once during my minstrel internship, a woman I'll call Clara came up to me during the hustle and bustle before the Sunday service. I knew that Clara struggled with anxiety. Now, in great distress, she told me how anxious she was that she didn't know what to do. She was frantic. I didn't know what I could do for her. At a loss, I suggested that we get out of the busy hallway and go together to a nearby empty room. I sat with her there, holding her hand in silence and thinking, what can I do? What can I say? I don't know what to do. After a couple of minutes, she said to me, I feel so much better just for sitting here with you. I was amazed to realize that just by being present with Clara, caring about her, I had helped her. That my presence in and of itself was a gift, and that her acknowledging it was a gift to me. This is an excerpt from Held, Showing Up for Each Other's Mental Health, pages 37 and 38.
Hello again. Hope you're enjoying the service so far. Before I begin my reflection, I'd like to express my gratitude for this moment. Sharing this service with you in this sacred space is a special occasion for me. So thanks again to the whole team for helping me making this happen, and thank you for being here. For those of you who may know, I work as a nurse and the coordinator of care at a palliative care home in Wakefield. I have to say that palliative care has been a calling to me ever since I started studying healthcare 12 years ago. Like many, though, my perception of palliative care at the time was rather limited, as even in nursing school, caring for the dying is often overlooked. Still, I resonated deeply with the attention given to the person, not just because they were dying, but rather despite it. In this specialized branch of caring, I learned that we strove to consider the person holistically, being just as concerned with their emotional, social, and spiritual health as we were with their physical state. As time went on, I gained a better understanding of comfort care. I sat with people, mothers, fathers, daughters, and I discovered, as Barbara Myers did, the power of being present. Indeed, at times when words could never suffice, simply being there would be enough. Whether it's called spiritual care, pastoral care, or simply accompaniment, the core practice remains the same, that of deep and empathetic listening. Surprisingly, as basic as it seems, to truly listen is rather harder than it sounds. Pushing beyond listening actively, to listen deeply requires us to temporarily suspend our own thoughts, beliefs, and values to fully dedicate ourselves to hearing the other authentically, putting aside all we know about having a conversation. I must admit, while taking a pastoral care training, having to consciously let go of my desire to fix the situation was hard. During our group activities, it would just sneak up on me. "Oh, you know what you should do?" I would say. Or, "You'll see, things will turn around soon." Cram it, I'd think. I fell for it again. But it did make one thing clear to me. Most of the time, I don't listen at all. I want to be helpful, so I give advice. I want to comfort, so I'll provide hope. I want to appease, so I change the perspective. Sadly, all my well-meaning intentions had only one impact: to minimize the feelings of the person I was trying to help. Surely this wasn't caring for someone's spirit, I wondered. One thing I did know: it certainly wasn't taking care of mine. Let's face it, spiritual care is difficult to define. Having been practiced for so long by largely religious figures and clergy members, the association of being confined to the dogmas of specific faiths remain. Nevertheless, despite the word spiritual still being loaded for some, the last decades have seen an opening to the meaning spirituality into a much broader concept. In fact, as Unitarian Universalists, the search for our inner truth is one of our most fundamental and, to me, most fulfilling principles. Indeed, it has been one of the richest gifts I have received since joining this blessed community. What a joy to know that as varied as the stars above, as singular as each blade of grass, and as intricate as each spider's web, so is the inner wisdom which animates us all. For me, this awareness has greatly deepened my understanding of spiritual care. It has been the key for me to step outside of my head, to stop listening with my ears and start listening with my heart. That's when the connection could be made, and that's when the paradox of being present would be revealed. By allowing someone else's truth to come forth, I was expanding my own as well. Then I understood that these moments of communion were, in and of themselves, spiritual acts. In fact, to me, they were moments of prayer. Gary Kowalski captures this beautifully in this text. Listening with the heart. Maybe prayer doesn't mean talking to God at all. Maybe it means just listening, unplugging the TV, turning off the computer, quieting the mental chatter and distractions. Maybe it means listening to the birds and the insects, the wind and the leaves, the crackling and the groaning of the trees. Noticing who else is out there, not far away, but nearby. Sitting so still that we can hear our own heartbeats, watch our breath, the gentle whoosh of air, the funny noises from our own insides, marveling at the body we take so much for granted. Maybe it's listening to our dreams, paying more attention to what we really want from life, and less attention to all the nagging, scolding voices from our past. Or maybe it's all about listening to each other, not thinking ahead to how we can answer or rebuke or parry or advise or admonish, but actually being present to each other. Perhaps if we just sit quietly, we'll overhear a peace whispering through the centuries, missing from the clamor of the moment. Maybe prayer means listening to the silence between words, noticing the negativity of space, the vast, undifferentiated and nameless wonder that lies underneath it all. Maybe prayer doesn't mean talking to God at all, but listening with the heart to the angel choir all around us. To those who have ears, let them hear. Needless to say, having entered the adjacent possible of spiritual care, I found myself walking on a path going far beyond palliative care. In truth, it's become a lay ministry for me. I find providing a presence and striving to promote occasions of growth and light, even in times when darkness is closing in, is one of the most meaningful and powerful ways for me to serve and uphold my faith. All that being said, not every interaction in spiritual care is going to be some deep spiritual connection moment. I call those kumbaya moments at work. And thank goodness for that. How exhausting would that be? Instead, most of the time, I converse a bit as if I were playing a match of tennis. We each have our turns going back and forth, and while it's the other person's turn, I'm already anticipating what my next response will be. Fun fact, did you know that while the average rate of speech is around 130 words per minute, the capacity of the brain to process speech is around 400 words per minute? So I don't know about you, but that gives my brain plenty of time to wander. No surprise then that every once in a while, if the conversation starts drifting, so do my thoughts. I wonder if we have enough milk in the fridge. I wonder if it's raining tomorrow. Oh, look, I have a grease spot on my shirt. I wonder how long that's been there. Suddenly, cram it, I fell for it again. I have no idea what's been said in the last 2 seconds. Maybe 3 seconds. Maybe 5. How long was I out for? Luckily, a quick, "you don't say," can often get me out of most jams. No shade, by the way, for those of you who have had these experiences at church. Sports analogies set aside, I have to acknowledge that these socialized patterns of speech are typically linked to a desire to avoid the uncomfortable. As a result, displays of vulnerability often make us feel awkward. When we're unable to stay in that space of discomfort, we fall for the traps. Thank goodness, with patience and the power of presence, we can relearn how to listen. We can have ears that hear. Even in the end, even when it's not a kumbaya moment, the teachings of accompaniment still provide me with support and, perhaps most importantly, insight. Now I try to notice more when my discomfort is rising. Before I speak, I can ask myself, is what I'm about to say really for me, or is it for them? Are my feelings in reaction to what's being said, or perhaps to a personal wound that's not ready to be tended? Yes, it can be scary to be open, to step beyond those inner walls, but it's worth it. Because no matter how big the castle, the power of our presence can always be found, even in the darkest chamber, even in the deepest dungeon. A flame is there. Maybe you feel it already. Maybe it's not as bright as it used to be. I won't make you any false promises. Spiritual care can't make those walls go away. But it can be a reminder. Indeed, if nothing else, the power of presence can remind you of the potency of your own flame. Better still, it can be your companion as you navigate through those chambers, as you walk down those winding stairs. Through spiritual care, perhaps my light might shine with yours. And in this way, with our flames shining together, may we both let our walls dissolve and avoid the traps which surrounds us. Thank you.
Our closing hymn today is the same one that we sang in the opening, heart-opening song. So the words will be behind me on the screen. And please rise in body or spirit and join us in singing.
I like that one. I'm looking forward to seeing it again. Be sure to join us next week for our service entitled A Humanist Reflection, with Lee Rose leading us as worship associate and guest speaker Fish Stark, who is the general director of the American Humanist Association. For now, though, as this time of worship together comes to a close, we extinguish our flame to these words by Craig Rowland. Companions in covenant. As we extinguish this flame, let us carry its glow into the choices ahead. Happiness grows not from comfort, but from connection, from feeling valued to ourselves and others, from enlarging our sympathies, and from embracing life of affection and purpose. So let this meeting not end in exhaustion, but in a quiet triumph, the kind that comes from showing up, from listening deeply, from shaping the world, however slightly, with compassion and intent. We go forward not alone, but as companions in covenant, tending to the common good with hope, with humor, and with heart. May our hearts be in a holy place. May our hearts be open wide. May we hear our voices and each other's words. May we share the silence of sacred spaces. May we go now in peace, with the spirit of love surrounding us everywhere, everywhere we may go. May it ever be so. Blessed be. Please rise and body our spirit as we come together one more time to sing our song, Spirit of Life.